right, that's better. Looking better.
On a Wednesday morning in Bend,
All right.
Pat Johansson watches and listens.
The sound tells you a lot.
It's like a sixth sense, one she didn't always possess. When the pandemic hit in 2020, Pat hadn't threaded the needle since her college years.
The hospital needed face masks. I made about 300 or 400. It was therapy. It was a way to do something about COVID, to make a difference and relieve my own stress. I was so anxious about it.
Therapy, a craft she knows better than most. A tragic car crash left her a single mom more than a decade ago, starting over with 3 daughters in a new place. A skill she had to practice over and over again during the pandemic, both in her sewing and in her personal life.
I was sewing this morning, it was fine, so I don't know what I did. A couple of my machines weren't working right, and I just Googled it and I YouTubed the particular problem that I was having and tried to figure out why it wasn't working, and I got it working. It felt amazing. It was just satisfying. Something that was dead came back to life.
She followed the thread of that feeling, buying more and more and more broken machines to fix.
How do your daughters feel about, coming home and seeing all these sewing machines on the staircase?
Oh my gosh. Mom, I thought you were going to stop this. I was.
So, the machines had to go somewhere. That's when Pat's Rescue Sewing Machines was born. A group of locals, some in search of machines themselves, and others ready to help the rehoming process. An assortment of colorful fabrics and backgrounds.
I taught public school for 25 years. I retired just about a year ago and, had some extra time.
I work at a youth ranch, volunteer, and I give sewing lessons to kids.
I was an engineer for quite a while, mostly in medical imaging.
Machines have landed at libraries, retirement homes, local schools. The list goes on.
Do you ever name them?
No, I haven't done that. I did name one of my featherweights after, I called it, Meredith, because I was watching a lot of Grey's Anatomy. When I had surgery for breast cancer, that was the whole thing too, so.
That's right, the C word. A breast cancer diagnosis came in October 2020, just a few months into Pat's sewing machine repair journey.
You think you're gonna die. Really. That's the first thing you think. You're gonna die, the road is gonna go on without you. And it's gonna be nobody will really notice, after a while.
The one machine she couldn't fix on her own.
And I knew within a week or two that I wasn't gonna die, so that was good. But, there was all the treatment, there was the surgery, there was radiation, there was all sorts of stuff going on, lots of appointments, lots of stress.
Doctors caught the cancer in early stages, and a surgery in November saved her life.
How would you describe your health now?
Excellent. Better than yours.
During that time, sewing and fixing machines went from just therapy to a preservation of legacy.
I'm doing something productive, something that will last. And it's also a creative activity. Yeah, you're creating things, you're thinking of different ways of doing something.
She's not the only one finding purpose in the pedal. The members of the repair team have mainly interacted online until this morning.
So this is the first time that all of you have met in person?
Yeah, I haven't met that before.
Together, they've repaired and distributed around 300 sewing machines.
Okay.
Inspired by their passion, I decided to try my own hand at the craft.
Like that? Okay. A straight stitch. I can do it.
So I might not be a prodigy, but it's the love of the craft and admiration for their leader that drives this team far more than skill.
Pat's fun to be around. Everyone likes being around Pat, and she works hard, and she's appreciative of everyone, and she's just really can-do.
I admire so much about her. She is the heart and soul of this good stuff that we're doing, and she is responsible for it all.
They've been great. I couldn't do what we're doing now without them.
It started as a way to cope with the stress of the pandemic, stitch together friendships, and help for a good cause.
I hope they do some good things. I know that some of the people who get them are actually using them to make ways to support themselves. It's great therapy. And it's productive. You're doing something that is good. You're making something that's useful. I think more people should do it.
And so, Pat watches and listens in her living room until the broken pieces start working again, as they usually do.
Oh, it's looking better.
Carly Olson, Central Oregon Daily News.